Good morning. Welcome to the weather hazard briefing for Southeast Idaho for Wednesday, October 15th. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith here at the Weather Service office in Pocatello, and we'll touch base here on how our storm system is doing here across Southeast Idaho that we've been talking about for the past several days. Main point, the wettest period has arrived. So periods of rain, fairly widespread shower activity, some high elevation snow, isolated thunderstorms, all expected to continue throughout the day today and throughout the night tonight, just about everywhere as a big low pressure system moves across the region. We will finally see things start to taper off from west to east on Thursday. If you're west of Interstate 15, probably you're going to squeak out with a decent portion of Thursday afternoon and evening dry, maybe even some breaks of sunshine as all of this activity shifts east. But from I-15 eastward toward the Wyoming border, most of the day Thursday is going to carry a chance of some additional shower activity along with some more high elevation snow. As far as impacts go from this system, not seeing a lot of changes to the forecast. So most of that snow accumulation is going to remain above about 7,000 feet. We have occasionally seen snow levels drop as low as 6,500 feet. But as far as that snow actually piling up, actually sticking to the ground, really looking at 7,000 feet or above. So very similar to what we've been forecasting the past couple days there. Still watching for maybe some slushy conditions at a few of the mountain passes. So if you are traveling across the region, Galena Summit, Reynolds Pass, Tarhee Pass, Pine Creek Pass, places like these could see some periods of slush if temperatures are cold enough, particularly during the overnight periods and the early mornings when we are coldest. We have already seen some pretty significant accumulations in the backcountry and a few locations, particularly in some of the mountain ranges surrounding the Wood River Valley. We're going to end this system here over the next 36 hours or so with well over a foot of snow for some of those locales, especially as you get up above about 8,000 to 9,000 feet in that region. So if you are out hunting or doing anything high elevation backcountry, definitely do be aware of conditions at that level. Otherwise, for the rest of us, yes, it will be raining, which certainly will be an impact for some of you, but otherwise, really expecting limited impacts out of the storm system for most of our lower elevation population centers. We'll wrap all this up and build in some drier conditions, even a little bit warmer on the temperatures as we head into Friday and Saturday before we turn our attention to another system coming into the region, kicking off on Sunday. And you can see that starting to creep into our weather risk outlook here. Areas highlighted in yellow are simply for some snow shower activity and some of those slushy conditions in the backcountry or at high mountain passes. But you'll notice, based on our risk levels here, most of you not seeing significant impacts out of this entire system, again, other than it is raining and will be raining for decent portions of the day for many of our population centers. Friday and Saturday, again, looking like a break between systems for most of you. There may be a few lingering rain and snow showers. Activity on the light side here up in the northeast highlands, some of the mountains around the Teton Valley, up into the upper Snake and Island Park. And then Sunday, right now, looking at most of our model guidance, decent chunk of the day should be dry. We'll see how this trends here as we go forward over the next few days, but right now I would say the morning dry everywhere and the afternoon probably dry from the Snake Plain south and east as this rain and snow shower activity with our next system builds in from the west. So we'll see how this trends, but Sunday may not necessarily be a loss or a washout as far as precipitation is concerned. No watches, warnings, or advisories again this morning here in our local area. Again, those impacts from snowfall are just a little too high in elevation for any alerts to be out. Some of that snowfall, however, is triggering some winter weather advisories as you head over the border into Wyoming. So do keep that in mind if you'll be traveling that direction. Current satellite loop this morning. Here's your spin. Here's your low pressure center. Remember, this started out up near Seattle a couple days ago and went southward down the Pacific coast. Ended up yesterday off the coast of California, and you can see it is starting to come inland, starting to come in across Nevada now. Still a southerly flow pumping moisture up across Idaho out ahead of it, and you can see plenty of cloud cover, and some of that cloud cover is indeed associated with rain. Our local radar here serving southeast Idaho, for those who have been following is down. We are getting a part repaired. No ETA on getting that back up and running just yet. Possibly sometime today. We'll see how that goes with our technicians. So there is actually a little bit more precipitation here in southeast Idaho than what this composite is showing. But you get the general idea here that we are seeing that moisture moving in from the south. We're seeing increasing and more widespread rain and shower activity as we kick off the morning, and that'll be the rule of the day and rule of the night here as we go over the next 24 hours or so. High temperatures today running about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday. It'll definitely be noticeable out there. You can see predominantly 50s dominating here from the eastern Magic Valley up the Snake Plain corridor. Most of our mountain valleys anywhere from the mid 40s to the low 50s, depending on where you're located, and of course cooler at the higher elevations. Still expecting a few isolated thunderstorms out there today, just like we've seen for the past day or two, but no severe weather is expected out of this activity. Just a little bit too stable out there with so much rainfall running around. High temperatures for Thursday, very similar, maybe even a few degrees colder. 46 up in Island Park, 43 here in the Teton Valley, 46 down in Montpelier. Still pulling off some 50s as we go west here into the Snake Plain. This will certainly support, particularly Thursday morning, some slightly lower snow levels down to about 6,500 to 7,000 feet for some of our backcountry and mountain locations. And as that system starts to pull off to the east, again, we're expecting conditions to dry gradually over the course of the day from west to east. May even see some sunshine mixing in here, particularly west of I-15 by the time we get into the late morning and afternoon. But still a chance of some isolated thunderstorms with widespread shower activity holding on for much of the day as you head east of I-15 to the Wyoming border. This image is showing additional accumulations of rain and melted snow here as we round out this system. So this goes through late Thursday night. You can see still another anywhere from about 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch on tap, with the heaviest amounts still focused here to the east of I-15, and still seeing some decent accumulations here of rain and snow at the higher elevations around the Wood River Valley as well. This is additional snowfall through Thursday night. Very similar to what we've been showing you the past few days, not seeing accumulations at most of our population centers. We've already seen a few inches at Galena Summit. We're expecting another 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inches today and tonight up at the summit there. So again, if you're traveling, do be aware of that. Island Park, you're going to be really close. The overnight periods into the morning hours, so early this morning as well as Thursday morning. If it's cold enough, you may be able to pull off a light coating to an inch of snow down closer to US 20 in the Island Park area. But other than that, generally, again, expecting those accumulations to remain above about 7,000 feet. Percent chance of 1 inch or more of snow. Again, Galena Summit offering some of our higher probabilities. Island Park, about a 1 in 3 chance of getting to that 1 inch of snow. About a 25% chance or so down into the Driggs area as well. High temperatures on Friday, very similar as we dry out behind the system. We'll start to see some sunshine working into the picture. 60, the current forecast in Haley up in the Wood River Valley. That's going to feel nice after we get this system out of here. Burley, 60 as well. 56 over to Pocatello. And as we head into Saturday, we'll add even a few more degrees to those temperatures with 50s and even some lower 60s moving back into most of our population centers here in southeast Idaho. That's what we're looking at here for the next couple days. Again, most active period, the wettest period for most of you, is going to be today into tonight. We'll transition that out of here gradually from west to east on Thursday, break between systems Friday and Saturday, and possibly part of Sunday before we start to bring in more precipitation by Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. Questions, comments, concerns, we're here 24/7 at our Weather Service office in Pocatello. Please feel free to reach out using the information shown here on this slide, or you can connect with us on social media via Facebook or X. And everyone have a safe Wednesday.